Alright, so today I'm going to show off one of the setups that I was messing around with. So I've been trying to think of all the possibilities with the StompMix 4 that I can use, and thinking of ways that I could incorporate the Boss SY-200 back into it. I love this pedal and love getting to use it and seeing what the best ways to use it are, and I still don't feel like I've discovered it. You know, I'm just having a lot of fun mixing this stuff around. So let me walk through the setup that I'm using right now. You can probably see that channel 1 of the StompMix is my microphone that I'm speaking with. Channel 2 and 3 though, channel 2 is going to be the left side of the Simplifier MK2 running to, again, channel 2. Then I have the right side running to channel 3. And then I have, actually, if you look in the back here, the left output is actually set to the through side. So I've got my just straight guitar signal, no simplifier added at all, that is then running to the SY-200, and then that is coming into channel 4. So kind of a little bit crazy, but the whole reason behind doing that is that this is all analog. There's no digital conversion or anything in the signal. The reverb is digital, but that's kind of added on its own chain. So there's no converting to zeros and ones with your signal like you would a lot of other digital pedal things that I covered and that are out there. The SY-200 is obviously going to have some digital elements to it and can add latency depending on where it is in the chain. So the idea with this is zero latency. Let me turn my sound up there. Let me turn that off too. Or actually, I'm going to mute channel. So right now I'm using my Les Paul tuned half step down. I've got just kind of standard Marshall straight up stuff, high gain, warm power amp, Marshall there, 4x12s, greenback cabs, resonance. The presence is all the way up. The knob is like that. So I've got that right around there is my signal. I've also got those panned left and right, not hard panned left and right like that. Right about there. If they're center, you're probably really only going to be able to hear and appreciate this in headphones. So I've essentially got the left and right hand side panned, out there, and then I'll have the synth going straight up the middle of the sound here. If I look at these channels here too, let me adjust that. Let's see. So I had the polarity flipped on this one. Yeah, I did have to flip the polarity on these. If I change it back, you see it really affects the signal there. So because I'm using XLR and quarter inch, and XLR is going to channel 2, quarter inch is going to channel 3, that's why I had to reverse that polarity there to invert the phase and get it so that the signal, the sound wave, is not like killing itself there. It's a great feature with this thing, and that I like being able to have with mixers, is being able to flip the phase just so you can see if there's a better sound than what you're getting out there from that. So now let's go ahead and start adding this utility in. So obviously if I turn channel 4 on, it's got no signal being processed. I'm still passing some sound. Let's do this. I think I'm using variation number 2 of the lead sound. So let's go ahead and add in the left and right here with this. have the effect level all the way up on this and the dry signal all the way down, and I can actually control it, the mix, by using this channel 4 encoder here. So I can boost it, cut it out a little bit. And I guess if I wanted to set it up so that this was like always on, I didn't have to really mess with it that much. How would I do that? Let's see. So I would just set this up as being like my channel or my memory number 1. I'm going to mess all this stuff up by doing it this way here. So that's memory number 1. Let's go to memory number 2, see what happens. Okay. Let's do this with memory number 2. So let's mute that. Real simple. And yeah. System. Come back here. Memory number 2. Store. So now when I'm back out here, you see what I'm on memory number 1. So that did the mixing for me there. If I'm looking here, you see it mutes it. Real simple way to do it. I could have just did it some other way. Let's make something for number 3 for that. So let's go page. Let's add some delay onto channel 4. Turn it up a little bit. And then, let's... What does it sound like with reverb for me? I don't want reverb on my voice. That's what it would sound like, though. Let's do some reverb on channel 2 and 3. So that's going to be the simplifier, and then delay on the SY-200. And we're going to save this to memory number 3. Okay. Cool. So yeah, I mean, you can see, so again, I've got, that's just kind of like the raw thing. Let's make number 3 a little bit more interesting. Let's actually boost that part. Go to system, store. There we go. It's a bit much. Let's bring it back down. Store it, page. And I guess I could do this too on that one, since it's up so high. I could turn the compressor up quite a bit more. That way I could dig in without it kind of getting that like distorted peaking out. Distorted obviously I like, but I don't like clipping, when it sounds like not good. See, so it's actually lower on this channel, but it's less, it's not as compressed. So I'm gonna go back here. It is different, so that's pretty cool. I mean, I've got 3 different sounds. Obviously, the Simplifier has no switches that I can mix around, but I can do some different EQ mixing, you know, like from here, and even have that apply to the left and the right-hand side differently. So that's really cool. Let's see. I mean, I could obviously just like keep jamming and doing stuff around, but let's try something a little bit different. I might actually. I'm debating now whether I want to actually do it, and I've already talked about it, so I might as well make it happen here. I'm going to see what happens if I plug into the SY-200 first, and then what the routing might look like on that. So let's go ahead, and I'm just going to do this. I'm going to mute so you don't hear, hopefully, all this popping, pulling out stuff and everything. Let's just pull all this stuff out. Everything. Just start over. When you unplug the input from the SY-200, it turns off. So that's why I did that. So let's see. I'm going to start. Guitar cable got away from me. I'm going to start with this. Okay, and then I'm going to, let's see how I'm going to do this. Let's run the send of this to the input of the Simplifier, and then I guess I'm going to do the send from the Simplifier back to, will it reach? I need to grab a longer cable here. Something to barely reach. From the send of the Simplifier to the return. Let's actually flip these around. That's what's great about having the mute switch on the mixer there, is you're not hearing any of the weird pops and things that we would be hearing otherwise. Flip these around. Let's see if that's any better. That's a little bit cleaner. All right. There we go. And then this would return back to there. Where's my next longest cable? Let's go with this one. To the return. It's coming from the output of that. If I'd planned ahead on this, I would have used different cables. I'm not really going to mess with anything on the Simplifier though. Okay, so now the signal is back with the Simplifier here. Let's return to this thing. We can do stereo. Let's not do the whole XLR 1/4 inch stereo thing. I didn't really like doing that. So channel 3 goes to that one. I'm going to turn this one, oh, excuse me. Turn the through off, so now I'm true left and right. And then, you know what, let's just go ahead and do this here too. So channel 2 is gonna, again, be the left side of this. So, is it all still in frame? It's not pretty, but there it is. So let's see what we sound like without adjusting anything. Okay. So the direct level is affecting this, because I'm going guitar into SY-200. So then it's sending the direct signal to the simplifier, and then that signal is getting brought back in mono to the SY-200, where then it's coming back into half of the stereo return of this, and then I'm going into the mixer left. Oh, you know what I forgot to do? Let's mute these again. I forgot to plug in channel 4. There we go. And I'm going to use this. There we go. All right. It's a big old cable mess. Let's see. Okay, so let's fix some of this stuff. Let's go to memory number 1 right here. This is the easiest one to kind of adjust here. So channel 3 and 4 are now my left and right. Put that down there. I'm not gonna mess with the polarity, but let's change maybe the panning. That one center, put channel 4 to the side. See, it's kind of getting that almost peaked out signal. Now, the volume you see here is not affecting the synth sound, because it's still, you know, just guitar and then going straight into here on, I guess it's really all the channels at this point. Yeah, see, the synth is like mixed in with the sound all together there, so it's something that can't be separated without coming up here and doing that. Even with the direct level all the way up, because the volume is down right here, that's why I wasn't getting anything. Use this input meter for kind of a visual. See how it's getting like really clippy there. Of course, if I turn that off, so let's say that about 50 is on the SY-200 is about like unity. 100 would be boosted. But even at that, you know, we're still peaking when we dig in. And I don't really like that. So, I think I've kind of reinforced the idea that I had going into this here, which is that I think that the best way to set this up was the way that I had it initially, where you have the guitar going straight into the simplifier, and then the through signal from that is what is being fed into the SY-200 without any of the amp simulation or cab simulation or anything, and then that on its own is coming into its own channel on the StompMix. That way I have no digital to analog conversion happening either way. It's only happening right here on the SY-200, and then it's not really even getting converted back to analog, I guess, unless you consider it like then going into this, which is also digital, and then passing on. It's possible to do it with this, but I feel like I'm having to maybe play a little bit more carefully so that I don't get that like loud sound that I'm not looking for out of the playing. So I really got to be careful with that. Still does the thing, but I don't like that the synth and the analog is so married together that I can't separate it within the StompMix. That's part of the whole idea with this thing, is that I can take those multiple unique signals and mix them without them being all already mixed together with this. So not that that's the way that I'm going to be using this setup here, but it's great to know that that's an option and that I can mess around with it. Again, this thing has like 170 something different sounds within it. I'm literally playing with one of the sounds. I could spend the next month, 2 or 3 months, if I wanted to, just testing different sounds within this and different combinations of sounds with this to see the outcome. But I think that we see that the quality of what you'll get with this routing option is better than what you would get with how I have it set right now. Guitar into SY-200, then running into this through the send and return. Not that that's a bad feature. I really like that. But I think that I have a better option with these units all combined here together. So what do you think? I'll go ahead and wrap it for today. Thank you for watching so far. I'm going to do a lot more videos featuring each of these units here. So if you enjoy them, like and subscribe and all that stuff. And I will see you again soon. Thanks.